Despite their efforts, not every Monster Jam event have all their footage recorded, either saved or straight up recorded, especially back in the day. Sometimes, even in the recent decades, certain moments like weird and odd incidents can be missing despite the absurdity of it. Photos could exist of these incidents, but footage may not be available. And that's what we're doing here today. After multiple requests and a crazy good video response on my previous video on this subject, we're going to be looking at more Monster Jam accidents lost in time again. Now, before we get to our instance in this video, there are a few updates that need to be addressed from the previous video. First is in regards to when the Captain's Curse flip at World Finals 13 happened. Monster Truck Vaults did get back to me and showed qualifying. The answer is thus, as it was obvious it was practice, not qualifying. Second, a user named Black Channel Productions said that for Gravedigger Hagerstown 1999 incident, at least one of the photos in the video that I showed was his, and also stated that the rear steering failed on the truck, thus it led to the wreck, as well as clearing the fence and breaking a light in the stands before bouncing back onto the track. Next, a well-known user in my comment section, the S-Kicker, said that there was a long shot of maximum destruction qualifying crash at World Finals 4. Again, I have not seen this. I don't know where it would appear in the World Finals video or where it could be. Maybe it's out there somewhere. I don't know. I haven't seen it. Lastly, this was the big find from the previous video. If you've kept up on my community tabs page, then you most definitely have seen it. But in the video I mentioned, Monster Michaela had mentioned she had photos of Monster Mutt's crazy ending of Willie crashing into a fucking light pole. Well, within less than 48 hours of the video going live, Monster Michaela posted the photos of the accident to her community page, which is shared to you guys. And it is truly surreal looking and also wild as hell, as you guys have been seeing all like photos of the incident. As I mentioned in my previous video, 99% of people had never heard of this incident until this video came out. And I'm hoping with this series, we'll be able to uncover more and more of these accidents lost in time, whether there is any footage existing of these at all, or if there are photos out there that can be recovered soon. Our first example is of 3 incidents from the same event. It's Houston 2000 Show 3, the Thrill Show event. This event is to date one of the most obscure events of all time. The track was far more unique compared to others during this time, which the track included multiple large dirt hills for motocross activities, 2 van stacks, and even a damn double bus stack. And that double bus stack would be the biggest issue of the night, as this was 2000, remember that. And of course, the track was basically all fair game to the trucks. The first incident of the event was the blue and orange Monster Patrol truck driven by Brian Barthel. He went over the bus stack and would end up breaking the right rear wheel off the truck, ending his run immediately. The next truck out was for this list is Bustin' Loose, driven by Ron Nelson. Nelson also went up the bus stack and on landing either broke a wheel off or blew a tire. The last truck for this list is Brian Womack in Barefoot. Womack went up the bus stack and even got some air, but on landing broke all 4-length bar on the truck, and the run ended right there. Only 3 photos of the event exist, as you saw all of them in the video. 2 are taken as the trucks are going over the bus. The other is the aftermath of the Monster Patrol freestyle. According to people who were at the event, many claimed it was the worst event they had ever went to in the Astrodome. And that's pretty damning considering what took place 2.5 months earlier. 0 footage of this event exists, and it is not known if it does exist somewhere deep in the FELD vault, whether or not FELD could actually have this. If you want to hear this specific event cover better, Jack Meredith has a great video discussing the entirety on his channel. A link in the description of this video. Most probably know the Inferno Monster truck from either the East Rutherford 2012 Encore with FMB or the ultra rare prototype diecast of the truck that was meant to release in 2001 but got canceled. However, one incident that really isn't even ever been talked about much is its San Antonio 2004 rollover. During his freestyle, it appears John Cesar, who was driving Inferno, had a wheelie or jump go wrong and rolled forward on its nose before the truck rolled over, destroying the body. Information on this is literally zero, as only the one photo of the incident and only an aftermath photo of what the truck looks like in a snippet of Gravedigger's freestyle. But footage of it is out there, likely somewhere in the FELD vault. In 2002, early in Chad Fortune's driving career, he was driving the Power 4 monster truck. At this unknown speedway event, he suffered an accident that would be one of the worst of his career. It appears he went for a sky wheelie, but the rear end shocks and suspension couldn't handle it and gave way, and got destroyed on impact. Only one photo of the accident exists as of this moment, which you guys have seen in this section. It isn't really surprising since it is a speedway event. The next one is definitely mysterious kind, as a promotional event in 2000 was taking place. Medusa and what looks to be Gravedigger 7 were both present. In what looks to be an exhibition freestyle, Gravedigger rolled over onto its lid. Now, what makes this so mysterious is that the event was a fully promotional event, as well as the fact that FELD cameras were probably not at this event. Also, its age would make it nearly impossible to find any footage of it. Only one photo of said rollover exists. Before he became an overnight star with wild performances and even wilder crashes, Jim Kohler and his Avenger monster truck were just plucky independents team trying to make it. In their first full season competition in 1999, they would make the World Final Zero event in April. Earlier that year in Pontiac in January, Kohler made his stadium debut, and during a freestyle with Black Widow, suffered a major accident as Kohler looks like he came off the ramp racing cars, cockeyed, or rather from a wheelie or sideways off the ramp, and landed on the right front wheel and basically destroyed the entire front of the truck. This could very well be the first time Kohler actually rolled over the damn truck, let alone destroyed it. And only one photo of this incident exists, and as of today, footage of this Pontiac event has not been seen in any increments. You know, the Goldberg 1 chassis got put through ungodly amounts of shit over its career, from its wild rollovers at World Finals 1 and the 2000 Phoenix Air Show to nearly trying his best to make Tom Meents declare bankruptcy in 2008 after New Orleans. But in between those is an incident not talked about really at all, and what's suspected to be the first Monster Jam event at the ballpark, later known as Chase Field in Phoenix, Arizona. Goldberg, which was driven by Eldon Depew behind the wheel, was in the middle of its freestyle where either Depew jumped from the racing ramp or a hill, and when landed appears to have destroyed the entire front end. Although according to someone, they said all four tires were damaged or broken in the accident. A wild one for sure, one where footage of this absolutely exists of, because El Toro Loco's freestyle exists from this event. Why footage was never shown in Crash Madness 2, I'll never know. But so far, only one photo of this incident where the truck is shown in this state of the aftermath officially exists. Over his long 30-year career, Gary Porter earned the nickname Mr. Consistency. One way he was able to stay consistent was he didn't roll his truck, Carolina Crusher, often. However, on some occasion, he has rolled the truck over, and one time it was very violent. During a race in West Lebanon in the early 90s, Barefoot clipped Monster Patrol after it lost control. Barefoot struck Carolina Crusher hard, which caused it to overbalance at high speed and roll violently after the finish. It is unknown if Gary Porter was injured in the wreck. It's a question mark if footage exists. Only 2 low-quality photos of the incident actually are known to exist as of the current moment. You know, Crazy Train is a very odd and bizarre looking truck, considering it's a damn train as a monster truck. At a 2017 Monster Jam Arena show in Milwaukee, Crazy Train broke both of its back tires on the first damn hit of its freestyle like he was Papa Huffaker. There is no footage of the crash available, however, it can be seen in the background of Gravedigger's freestyle run as this screenshot shows. After the crash, with the truck parked, it is unknown if the truck actually lost its wheels because the video quality is so low, but from what I can tell, it does kind of look like it did lose both its rear wheels. The incident took place during a time when recording freestyles was almost universal, so something like this happening is wild. No footage of this, of course, or even photos have existed. I have opened a community for you guys to show off whatever you want. You could literally post anything: monster trucks, NASCAR, other motorsports, foods, tier lists, anything and everything is welcome. Now that I say that, I'm probably going to massively regret it. Anyways guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I do have a couple of more incidents that could make this a part 3. However, suggestions for other incidents for a part 3 will be greatly appreciated. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day. This is Motion Event 2010. See you guys in the next video.